Hey Scorpios, we are going to take a look at February 2020 at love and money, see where things are headed for both of those, see how your person's feeling about you, and see what you're missing as far as money goes. And for those of you who are new to my channel, thank you so much for taking the time to check it out. If you like how I do things, hit subscribe and let me know if you would be interested in a free reading. The giveaway is at the end of the month, and you can just comment giveaway after you subscribe and I'll get you entered. Alright, same rules go to my members, and thank you guys for all of your support. Alright, here we go here. So, your January readings looked pretty good. I really enjoyed the energy there. It was, things were flowing for you and kind of getting into a direction where they were making a little bit more sense. You had some clarity and you kind of knew which direction to take. So I'm seeing here that for February, in love, we've got the Five of Swords. We've got the Eight of Swords in reverse. We've got the Three of Pentacles in reverse. And we've got the Two of Pentacles. So, as far as the overall energy, I'm feeling like there is some anxiety here. I'm feeling like there's a little bit of confusion, maybe on what to say or how to deal with the situation. How they feel about you, I feel like the communication is a little slow with this card here being in the reverse. There could have been a little bit of a regression, or there could be a desire to communicate more is also what that can indicate. So where this is headed, I do see a balance taking place. So there's at least a conversation or an understanding or a heart-to-heart or something like that that gets you feeling a little bit more wholesome, or not wholesome necessarily, but at least it feels like you've made a step forward. I do feel like for some of you, the person that you are interested in is definitely having like a regression. Like either they're going through some things, or they're not really in their element. Maybe it looks like they're kind of falling off the bandwagon a little bit, or this could look, maybe this is you kind of having a disinterest and breaking away a little bit. But the love area is looking like things are a bit on hold here. Let's see what's going on. Okay, well, so for those of you who are in a relationship, there's a renewed realization or a renewed sense of perception or perspective, some kind of a realization about an aspect that either wasn't true or you didn't quite see all of the pieces to it, but that's where this miscommunication or this lack of communication is taking place. But that's the situation, and it's coming away from that, though, and coming into a balance. So if there's been some confrontation, that's ending. If you are not in a relationship, I am feeling like some of you are maybe a little burnt on the whole seeking, especially with the holidays coming up. I feel like there's not really much of a desire. You're just kind of doing you right now. And I feel like there was, and either the person of interest isn't quite ready, they're just kind of doing their own thing, or you just haven't found that person that you're just really into yet, and you're kind of putting it on, you know, fate time, and whenever it rolls in, that's when it happens. So that's what I'm seeing for love here. And the recommended action is to do just that. Release the weight there. Alright, allow the cycle to complete and continue to manifest what it is you ultimately desire. Perfect time to do so. Write down your list, write down the details, you know, and commit to that, and wait for it to come, and just have some faith in that. So you're in a good position of manifesting. So I'm seeing that that's possibly why you've kind of put things on hold. If it's you putting things on hold, it's possibly because you're feeling this need or desire to just kind of go within, release things you don't need, and restart in some ways. Financially here, I feel like there's either something you want to say or something that needs to be said here. Queen of Pentacles, Palace of Pentacles, Palace of Swords. Yeah, like there's just been kind of a blockage with maybe communication, or with someone, like a coworker or a peer, and there needs to be some, I see some kind of collaboration, I guess, and where people kind of come to terms with certain things, but I feel like this was a messy situation, or it was very confusing. But this, and by February, I feel like this is kind of coming to an end. I feel like there's some stability and some clarity here, a little bit more knowing and intuitive, just kind of connection with what's going on, and then there's communication with kind of the higher ups, or the people who are energies who have more, or have some control over the situation. What's missing? The Page of Cups. So somebody coming and initiating a conversation is what's missing. Somebody around you is not in the best of moods either. There's some kind of confrontation going on. It's creating some confusion. It's creating kind of this blockage on what to do or how to feel about your environment. And it needs to be addressed. It needs to be discussed. So that's what's missing here. Where it's headed. I don't know, I think you might be stuck in this situation through February here, unless you choose to go elsewhere. But I see that there's a little bit of a toxicity going on that's not very pleasurable. And I feel like you're trying to determine if you really want to stay and do this, especially with the new, at the start of the new year. Is this something you really want to indulge in here? There could just be a very big lack of connection with work, or maybe there's been a shift in management, or a shift in someone's behavior, and that's created, it's been difficult, I see, to continue to feel whole at your employment for some reason or another. But the suggested action is to continue to work on yourself, and if you're not okay with what's going on, definitely start to make some plans on looking elsewhere, okay? But do not worry, because I do see that you have, there's a good outcome, and it's different for I don't want to get too far into one direction or another, because it's going to be different for some of you. For some of you, you're going to wind up getting that renewal at the place you're at. Things will smooth out. For others of you, I see you leaving, but it's for something amazing. So either way, it's going to work out as you get closer towards March. But I do see February is a little touch and go here. So stay positive with that situation. I don't think it has anything to do with you. I think this is just your environment, and you're trying to figure out if this is something you even want to just be in. I don't think this is attention necessarily on you. And if it is, I think those will be the ones of you who wind up going. Okay, so let's get an advice card for love and one for money. In love, imagine and envision. Yeah, exactly. Just like this manifestation. Letting go of the worry and the anxiety, allowing the cycles to complete, and just moving with that flow and manifesting your desires. That's exactly what you're doing. Imagining and envisioning, especially applying this to work as well. Knowing when to stay and when to go is just as important. Yeah, so just weigh out your situation and make a determination on whether or not that is meeting your true desire, and listening to wisdom when it comes to love. So the message I got was, don't cut things short, or don't jump the gun, or don't make a conclusion if your person's going through something, or if you are just kind of down and out about not having a connection with somebody. Just know that you're getting messages or signs or synchronicities to show you that everything's exactly where it's meant to be, and you're going to be receiving something very soon. But you are getting information on whether it's a lesson that's being learned right now, or whether it's just reassurance that blessings are coming. Whatever this is, just pay attention to those. Look up your angel numbers. Listen to the messages if it's in a song or whatever it is, and just, I think that will help soothe some of your anxiety or concern or uncertainty. All right, I hope that helps, and I will see you guys for March. Much love.